What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Smoke and Mirrors podcast. I'm Nick, and this is Zach. Glad to have y'all here with us today. So, today we're going to talk about we're going to start this off with this story. So, a couple weeks ago, one of my neighbors across the street. Now, to put this in perspective, Zach lives directly across the street from me. Now, the neighbor to his right, if you were standing in his yard looking at my house, ended up having somebody drive through their yard in the front, like up against the street within the first 15 foot, and it like put a bunch of tire marks in the grass. And down the line here, at one point,
oh man,
somebody,
that pissed out. Wait, our neighbor got mad as fuck, dude. He literally went out to the store and bought some signs that say no parking and put them into the ruts in his fucking yard. He was mad, obviously, because you don't, like, if I got to be pretty pissed if I'm going to go buy signs and put that shit out there in my yard because of this shit. Like, I'm mad at this point. I'm so mad. I'm like, I'm done with this shit. I'm putting signs up. So this is where we're at. I don't mean to cut you off, but
no, you're right.
I'm just trying to say that, you know, my neighbor was not a happy camper about this.
Yeah, he was not a happy camper. There's like 3-4 signs up right there in that spot. So down the line here, Zach runs into a debit card that's laying in the middle of the road, and it's got the same last name as what my last name is, and but it's slightly different. Okay, so he immediately thinks, oh, maybe Nick knows who this person is. So he comes down, hey man, this yours and everything. We look at it, we're like, nah. We're like, well, she was in the middle of the road, so we ended up throwing it in the trash. Didn't think nothing of it. Well, then we get down to this point where next thing we know, there is a car parked in Zach's, like, in his grass, but against the road, right? And this is where my girl comes into play, Bethany. And y'all got to hear this story and what she did, because this is funny, and it's a great April Fool's joke that ends up happening at the end of it.
Well, and also, okay, this car showed up, and nobody seems to know where the hell the car came from, who the car belongs to, and why the hell the car is there, because we know everybody who comes over here. We have a lot of traffic. We got some teenage kids, and they got lots of friends and shit, so it was unusual for someone to take that spot. Now, my front isn't like my neighbor's. It's gravel, so there's some stuff there to park on, so it's not unheard of for people to park there, right? But generally, it's between us, Nick and Bethany, and, you know, that's about it. Nobody else is going to park there because we own, that's the two houses that they would go to. So it's a strange vehicle shows up in the neighborhood. And then, so this happens, what, Thursday it shows up, Bethany?
Yes.
All right, so Thursday the car shows up.
I think it was Thursday. Was it Thursday or was it Friday?
I think it was Thursday because it was there a couple days.
It was there a couple days, and it never left.
Right.
And I knew Roxanne was away and out of state at the beach because it was blue, and I'm not really good with picking up cars or whatever. So I knew.
What
it
do
wasn't.
you mean? Like you didn't know if it was a Mazda or a fucking
exactly
Maserati? It didn't matter. It was a blue car. Like,
exactly.
maybe it's Roxanne's. Yeah.
Maybe it's Roxanne's.
I thought that too when I saw it. I
but
just
then I'm
ignored
like, no,
it though.
It's not Roxanne's because her and Chandler are at the beach. So we came. Okay, they're apparently on the way home now. So then we came up here one day, and all the kids were talking about, whose car is that? Why is it sitting there?
I think that was Friday, right? Friday
it was
afternoon.
Friday.
Because now everybody knew, like, what the hell is this car here for 2 days already?
Right.
Yeah.
So we come walking up, me and the kids do, to come up here to hang out with you guys, and I happened to, like, peek over in the car, and I opened the passenger door with my kids saying, you can't do that, you can't do that. I'm like, well, he left it open, and it's on somebody else's property, so what's the big deal? So did that, didn't really see anything weird, shut the door, came up here, hung out, and then after we hung out with you that day, walked back down that night, and yeah, I'd been drinking, and I was feeling a little,
a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, all
lot.
right. So
I was pretty drunk. Went walking back down the damn driveway, and the fucking car is still there, and I'm thinking, okay, this is just fucking weird. It hasn't moved. So I look in it again on the passenger door. I don't see anything different, but I find his license. So I take a picture of his license.
Wait, you broke in his car a second time?
Oh, there's more to come.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm just saying. So now we're 2 times we
I
broke
did,
in.
but I did
Okay.
more later. Just
What'd
listen.
you find the second time?
I found his license. So
Oh,
I
shit.
took it out and put it on his hoodie that was in the passenger seat, and I took a picture of it. And then I took a picture of the car tag because I was like, okay, this is your property. I don't know what the fuck this car is doing here or who the hell it fucking belongs to.
Yeah, they didn't know about our neighborhood
But
watch.
we don't recognize these people. And this motherfucker was from Powder Springs. What the fuck is he doing up in Auburn, Georgia?
Yeah,
So I
really.
took a picture of all of that. That's fine. Broke in. Yeah, I did. Twice at this point. But he left his doors unlocked. That's
well, I mean,
not
technically, you were just neighborhood
breaking
watch.
in.
I
I was
get
just
it.
being a nosy fucking Karen.
You were being a nosy Karen. No, you
Yes.
weren't. You were
No,
gonna
I
yell
was.
at him if he came out and said, "Hey." You were gonna scream at him for that or something? No.
Oh, no. I'd be like, dude, why the fuck are you parked here on my neighbor's
yeah,
yard?
that's what okay, so you would have been a Karen if he came out like,
Yeah.
bitch, what? I'm in your car because you ain't in the right place, motherfucker.
You should have locked the motherfucker if you didn't want me getting into
You
it.
should have waved at a neighbor, bro. We don't know you.
Exactly.
You know, so okay, I got you.
Okay,
All right.
so then I go in the house and I'm talking to Nick and joking about it and show him the picture of the license, and it happens to be the same name of the license that you found the debit card before.
Oh
So-
man, that's fucking ironic. So
And
wait
he's
a minute,
from-
this guy been here before.
Apparently, if his damn debit card showed up in the middle of the road that you brought us,
And what do I start saying? Leave it alone, Bethany. Leave it alone. But
Well,
I
hey,
can't
now-
leave it alone.
Well, wait a minute now. So that means this this is a reoccurring fucking event. So now we
Right.
know where the neighbors' ruts come from, right? I'm blaming this guy.
Right. Well, I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking there's somebody framing this dude. They've already dropped off his debit card, and now they've dropped off his fucking car. And what if he's sitting? I told Nick, I was like, what if he's in the back, in the trunk, and he's dead, and nobody knows it?
Jesus
And they just
Christ.
dumped his car here.
Really?
Dude, I was drunk.
Oh, you drunk? Yeah.
I was drunk as shit.
You were feeling for him. You're like, man, what if he's hurt? What if he's
Somebody
dead?
needs to know.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
So,
you.
yeah,
Yeah. Bethany has a big heart like that, especially drunk as shit.
I do. I do. So,
If you want to get something out of Bethany, just ask her when she's drunk.
exactly. And I get brave as shit when I'm drunk. So I'm in there talking to Nick in the bedroom. I'm like, no, I'm going to go check his fucking trunk. And Nick's like, no, don't do this. It's a Bethany, you can't do it. I'm like, nah, fuck that. Yeah, I can. Zach will back me up. It's on his property. So I came back out, and his driver's side door is unlocked too. And I scope out the front seat. I scope out the back seat. I don't see blood. I don't see any kind of weapons. I don't see anything weird out of the ordinary. And then I'm
Now
searching.
you're a fucking detective. You're out there.
I know, right, because I fucking
first you
love
were a
CIA
Karen.
shit.
You were like, who's this motherfucker? Now you're like, oh, man, I got to see if something happened that we need to
Then
know
I'm
about.
like in my feels and feeling like I can help Kendrill.
Were you watching 48 Hours Mystery or like,
No, I love
No.
CIA stuff though.
oh, okay, all right.
So then I pop the trunk. I did pull my sleeve down over my finger before I popped the trunk because Nick had told me before, you got your fingerprints all over his damn car. If something did happen, you're screwed. And I'm like, oh, I didn't really do anything. And Zach will back me up. It was on his property. Zach and Missy will back me up.
Well, yeah, your neighborhood watch, of course.
Right.
It
I'm
was
neighborhood
It was your
watch.
weekend. I
I'm
mean,
the
what?
fucking Karen of the
Yeah.
neighborhood.
No, it was your weekend. I'm just saying.
It's my,
I can't see. Listen, guys. Look. The other thing is, if you don't know the topography around here, I can't see the area she's talking about. My house is on top of a hill.
oh, but I see
Right.
fucking everything
I
because
can
I'm in a
see
goddamn hole.
Her roof is like eye level to my house's front door, so
Right.
it's I have no visibility of the area we're talking about, so I rely on them to take care of that spot.
watching
Like
out
if
for
somebody
you
hits my
guys.
mailbox, they're gonna have to call me and be like, "Yo, dude, somebody hit your mailbox."
And I am a totally nosy ass Karen. It's fine. So, anyway, then, yeah, they basically live on a mountain compared to us. We live in a fucking hole.
Yeah, Nick drives a 4-wheeler up here. He doesn't walk the driveway. It's too steep.
Yeah. And it's a whole lot easier to park
But
in a
anyway, I mean,
four-wheeler.
that's side note to what we were headed
Right.
to here. But
Right. So,
So you're safe
I
right now.
put-
You're an investigator, and you are.
I know, right? And I felt like I was doing something
trunk.
good.
You even searched the trunk.
well, we haven't gotten there yet. Hold on.
Okay.
I even put my sleeve down over my fingers because I thought Nick said my fingerprints are all over this shit. I really don't want to get like taken for murder or whatever. So I take my sleeve, I put it over my fingers, and I pop his trunk when I finally find the little lever to pop his trunk. And then I get really, really nervous before I open up the trunk because I'm like, what am I going to fucking do if there really is a dead body in here?
Oh, so
But-
you scared the shit out of yourself. You were like,
did.
"Oh God, there's a body in here. I know it."
I did.
Yeah.
So I pop the trunk, and there's fucking nothing. So I'm like, okay, Kendrell's cool. He's alive. I don't know why somebody stashed his car here.
Well, you
but-
don't know if he's alive, but you just know
No.
that he's not in the trunk.
Right. So I close the trunk. I didn't lock his car doors because he didn't lock them. So I'm thinking he probably doesn't even have his damn key. They're probably in the car somewhere or whatever. So I just shut his door with the sleeve still on my fingers so I don't leave any more fingerprints. And then I came down to the house and I thought in my head, this would be a totally funny fucking joke to play on my kids.
How old are your kids?
18 and almost 15.
Boys, girls?
2 girls.
All right.
Very
So- hormonal,
very emotional. I love them to death.
Well, I mean, 2 teenage girls. I mean, you're
Right.
saying like preteen, teen, or 2 teenage, high schoolers.
2 high schoolers.
One's out of high school, one's entering it.
Exactly.
Okay,
So-
good. So they're prime candidates to fuck with here.
Exactly. And I didn't think at the time it was after midnight, so it was technically April Fool's Day.
Sweet.
So
Prank of the fucking year. What happened?
came in, they were upstairs in their bedrooms, and I hollered, I was like, Hannah, Kylie, girls, come here, hurry, hurry, hurry. And they came out and they're standing on the top of the steps, and I'm like,
What, Mom? What? The hell
What?
you want?
What? And they're all, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm freaking out. Oh my God, it's Kendrell. He's dead. He's in the fucking trunk. Oh my God, he's dead. They're both freaking the fuck out. Hannah's holding her chest. She's like, oh my God, Mom, are you serious? Are you serious? Are
Wait
you
a minute,
serious?
your older daughter had a panic attack over this shit?
Yes. She got
Terrible.
so
I feel
freaked
bad for Hannah.
out.
But
Yes.
that's funny as shit.
Yes. And as soon as she started holding her chest, oh my God, Mom, are you serious? Are you serious? I'm like, no, I'm just kidding. She's like, fuck you. I fucking hate you. And then Kylie said, fuck you, Mom. And Hannah goes, why do you act like a teenager when you drink?
Because I'm shit-faced drunk.
So
Yeah.
then I go
Wait a
back into
minute.
the bedroom.
Wait a minute, a drunk teenager or just a teenager?
Oh, me?
No, I'm saying, do you act like a drunk teenager or a teenager?
Oh, they say when I get drunk, I act like a teenager.
but what I'm
because I
saying,
think
a
shit's
drunk
funny that-
teenager or just a teenager?
Probably a drunk teenager
Okay.
because the shit that I pull, they don't appreciate.
Well, kids
But I
shouldn't
think it's
drink.
funny.
Teenagers shouldn't drink.
No, they shouldn't,
Yeah.
but they do.
Damn kids.
I know, right?
We
But-
never did that.
But
we were so square when I
Oh,
was a kid.
the fuck? Yes, we did. You're lying right now. You are
What?
you are so lying right now.
Bethany, you're telling on yourself right now.
You're telling on yourself. You're lying right now. I bet if we called your mama right now, she'd say you drank when you were a teenager.
No, she would not.
Oh, Missy's right here, and she could tell us.
Well, she would be not telling the truth either, maybe. Who knows?
All right, so I go back after I freak them out, and they're both pissed off at me. I go back in the bedroom, and I'm laughing, and I come into Nick laughing his fucking ass off. And he's like, oh, my God, that was funny as fuck. Dark humor, hell yeah. And I'm like, yeah, they are so mad at me. He's like, it doesn't matter. That was fucking funny as hell.
How long were they mad at you? Like the rest of the
Dude,
night?
they were not they were not happy. Like Kylie comes downstairs and she's just like, "That's messed up." She's like, "I can't believe you would do something like that." And I'm just thinking the whole entire time, like, no, man, this is just dark humor, and it worked, and it landed on the right day, is all that is.
Man, y'all should have fucking played that for like a couple hours at least. Like the cops are coming, we don't know what to do.
Right. Like I've called them. I've
Just go
called
to your
them. What are we
room.
gonna do?
Yeah, go to your room. Just wait. I'm gonna tell them I was in the car.
Right.
Maybe we need to hide the body. I don't want them to find out I would touch the vehicle. Yeah. Can't take me nowhere. I would torture the shit out of my kids. They know it too. But they wouldn't believe me either. See,
Bro.
that's a problem I have. I've done it so much. My kids would be like, "Yeah, you're full of shit, dude," and they would have walked away from me. Both of them. Abby might have thought maybe there was maybe there is.
Right?
Tyler for sure would have been like, "You're a fucking idiot. Leave me alone. I'm playing video games.
Really?
I'm playing a video game. Leave me alone. I don't care if there's his body in the trunk." And he would just keep going.
Both my kids totally fell for it.
Yeah, no. Well, mine know I'm full of shit all the time. So.
Oh, well, mine are
Yeah.
figuring that out now.
Yeah. Well, I have fun with it. I just
Right.
like to play with them.
I like to play with mine too.
I
but
am a
that
teenager.
That was actually you are a teenager.
I don't need to be drunk.
It's okay. That was the darkest joke I have ever played on my kids ever, and I don't think they appreciated it at all. But
They didn't appreciate it today, but they will in the future because they'll understand in the future that sometimes you just got to laugh at the goofy things in life.
No, dude, payback's a bitch. You guys are getting
when
pranked.
they were
and you don't
already
even know it.
telling me, "Mom, you can't
You're gonna
open a door. You can't do that.
You're
You
gonna
can't do that." I'm like, "Why not?" He left his.
I was saying that too.
I know. I'm like, why? He left his fucking doors unlocked. It's an
Uh.
open invitation to check out his car.
Bethany.
What?
Bethany.
What?
That's not a good thing to teach children. Okay. There was a lot
know,
of circumstances. No,
Oh,
you
you know what Hannah just
justified.
said?
Wait, you justified going into the guy's car for a whole bunch of reasons in your own head before you started. I'm
I
saying
did.
if you tell your kids that. When I was a kid, if you told me, if my mama said it's okay to open people's cars if they left it unlocked,
Well, he was parked in a weird spot.
then
and nobody
somebody
knew
would have
the
been missing
car.
radios and shit because you left your car unlocked. They thought it was my radio. You know,
Oh, no, but it
thought
was on
my
your-
TV. It
It was on your property, and that's why I looked at it.
Babe, we gotta start locking our fucking door. 'Cause
Bethany's gonna
Bethany's
come
gonna
in.
come in here and be
Yeah,
like,
we
"Well, you
got
left your
Bethany in
door
the
unlocked."
neighborhood. What are we
Of course,
gonna
I
do
take
here?
everything.
You got the neighborhood fucking Karen over here.
You're not a Karen.
Right, you're not a Karen, but who is a Karen? We're going to have to save that until next time. Guys, we hope y'all enjoyed it today, and until next time.
Peace.